But for years and years and years, I've been saying, buy silver, buy gold, because that's real money, not ETFs, real gold, real silver, and keep it in safes far away from your house. So everybody in the world says, okay, we'll accept the dollar because it's as good as gold. So I wasn't born yet, and 1971 is when a man named President Nixon broke the promise, and the dollar came off the gold standard and it became debt. So the reason we have all this volatility with the Fed and the Treasury and Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all that is because of what happened here. So in 1971, the reason your father and I traveled the world teaching financial education, like I bought Bitcoin at 9,000 and I thought I was being fleeced. But the reason I bought it at 9 was because COVID shut down the world economy. So I thought it was when they started printing, so I bought Bitcoin at 9. I wish I'd bought it at 10 cents, like a lot of people did. But now I look like a genius because today it's around 55,000. This is April 2021. And I think it's going to go to 1.2 million in 5 more years. So I'm still advocating it all. I prefer gold and silver, I do, because Bitcoin is still untested. So what happened in 1964, I started buying silver. I was 16 or 17 years old. And in 1972, I started buying gold at $35 an ounce. But in 1971, it was illegal for Americans to own gold. And I was a pilot in Vietnam flying for the US Marine Corps. And I thought it was really strange that it was illegal for an American to own gold. But I have the wherewithal to withstand the hit if it goes down. But gold and silver are God's money. I know because I've traveled the world looking for this stuff. And I've been in the Andes, I've been in Mongolia, been in Argentina. I was just in Park City, which is a silver mining place. So I became suspicious of the Federal Reserve Bank and the Treasury. So when I meet most Bitcoin investors, they don't trust the Fed and the Treasury either. They don't trust Biden. They don't especially like Kamala, and they don't trust Nancy. Bitcoin guys and women are rebels. And Rich Dad is a rebel brand. That's why I don't say go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt and invest for the long term in the stock market. I don't do any of that because I don't have to. So I'm very much in favor of gold and silver because it's God's money. God put it here. I'm not really religious, but I'm saying God put it here. And then now with AOC and her Green New Deal, silver is going to be used more and more for the environmental. So silver is an industrial metal, but like the thing that really is strange is I can't buy it at retail. So I go to, a coin dealer and I just test them and say, have you got any silver? I said, yeah, in about 6 months. I have taken 3 companies public. I started the business, took it public and all that. Once I understood how the stock market works, I wanted nothing to do with it. So as you know, Alexandra, in our company, we don't have a 401k. And we don't tell you what to do after that, but we don't recommend you save money either. Because why would you save money? Because after 1971, the Federal Reserve Bank, which is not a bank, it's not federal, it's not really, there's no money in it, and the US Treasury can print money. Why is the price not higher then? That's what I don't understand. The savers are losers. And the school teachers are still telling people to save money. So all you Bitcoin people out there, this is what I do. I save gold, I save silver, I save Bitcoin, Ethereum, and bullets. Well, I think the big thing is, for batteries right now. And, there's Tesla, there's Sony, all the tech companies use silver. And they can't find, another thing too, which is a little bit too technical, is many of the silver mines are in hostile territory. They don't like us. I know because I've been to their countries looking for silver. As I said, Bitcoin guys, they're, what's this big? Their minds are that small. I was just in Cancun, Mexico, and there was several Bitcoin millionaires in there. And they're all trying to get me to buy more Bitcoin. I said, why? It's high. That's like me buying Apple stock. It's too high. I want to wait till it crashes. So anyway, the reason I want to do this is because so many of those young guys out there about your age, they're Bitcoin millionaires. But as the market started to crash, they became afraid. And the reason for that is because they got rich being speculators. So silver is getting rarer and rarer and rarer and more in demand. Whereas, I have my gold watch, but you don't use it that much. It's just gold. But silver is burned up all the time. It's used in medicine, it's used in everything. Water purification. So that's why for the last, I think, 15, 20 years, I've been very bullish on silver, and then I couldn't get it. So they got lucky. They just happened to buy 10,000 Bitcoin at $1 each, and now they're multimillionaires. But as it comes down, and the reason they're afraid is if Bitcoin goes to zero, which it possibly could, I'm not saying it will, they're wiped out. And so what we teach at Rich Dad is how I've made it and lost it, made it and lost it. But that's how you really learn. And the reason school teachers are poor is because they tell you not to make mistakes. I've made so many stupid mistakes. I mean, your father and I have, if you look up stupid people, we're probably at the top of the list. The other day, I called my local dealer up and I said, have you gotten it? He says, you won't believe this. I got X amount. I said, I'll take it. I paid nearly $30 for it. I've never paid that much for silver. But I'm that bullish on it that I want to get as much as I can now. And that's really what entrepreneurship is. But our school system teaches you to be employees. So anyway, let me go on the big picture again. So this was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is financial education, how to be a capitalist. You have to have income. So income statement and income statement. This is a balance sheet. There's another thing called a statement of cash flow. And that's why before it moves again. So that's just my psychosis. I'm not saying I'm right. I just love silver. I love gold. I've been all the world looking for it. I believe in Gresham's law. Bad money drives out good money. I forget what it was now. We created the cash flow board game. This is a capitalist tool to teach you how to think like a capitalist. And if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that's all this book was. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a book on the most boring subject on planet Earth, accounting. So when I was 9 years old, my rich dad started teaching me this, playing Monopoly. And this guy Biden, I'm not blaming Biden, please come here. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm just saying that the system is forcing all of us to become gold and silver and possibly crypto buyers right now. And most Bitcoin guys have the same bad attitude I have. But the problem is they're afraid of losing now because they don't know how to make it back. And that's why I said it up here, that they think too small. So when you look at this is how big it is. It's infinite, okay? So you go here. Okay, let me show you this, what happened. So in 1971, I was on my way to Vietnam here. The problem is too big, Michelle. Our pensions are going bust. Baby boomers have no money. They shut down the economy. Biden's going to print another 1.9 trillion. So it has never worked. It's Gresham's law. And gold at the time was $35 an ounce. It was illegal for Americans to own gold in 1971. See, Bitcoin and gold are in the same family. The reason I buy Bitcoin is the same reason I buy gold and silver. Bad money drives out good money. So when a guy like me gets my hand on a Bitcoin, I'll never spend it. I don't save dollars. Why would I save something they can print? Doesn't make sense to me. And when I have gold and silver, I've only spent a little bit of my gold. I've never sold it. So 1971, gold was $35. Silver was about $1.90, $2. And then what happened is by 1974, President Gerald Ford made it legal for Americans to own gold.